Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Scott Van Niekerk and I'm a qualified National Marketing Director in New York. Happy 2016, Happy New Year. It's the very beginning of January and I'm excited to see the whole new virtual office rolled out that they told us about at conference in Nashville. So this little tutorial that I'm going to do now is not a beginner level. This is a more advanced level. If you haven't yet watched the beginner level tutorial that I did yesterday on January 1st, then you might want to do that, especially if you're a brand new distributor. And the level of content which I'm going to cover in this little tutorial in the next 10 minutes or so is going to be more suitable for your VFs, your sales coordinators, perhaps Qs, and people at the similar level to myself. The National Marketing Directors probably know all this stuff already and have much bigger teams, so they may be looking at different elements of the new virtual office, which I'm not necessarily going to cover in this tutorial. Okay, so just to review some of the beginner stuff, if you didn't watch it, I'll cover it real quick. You got your username and password in an email when you signed your distributor application, so enter it and then sign in. Then go to the quick links and go ahead and create or edit your website, which is right there. Make sure that you're choosing a name that is useful for you. We have the submitting an order options right here, which are also over on this side. Juice Plus is a separate order to a children's health study, which is a separate order to a Tower Garden order. We can add a new distributor here. You can create a personalized research summary and you can order your marketing materials. This section right here always takes you to the home page. Okay, so KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators. So let's go through some of these things and describe how you might use some of these. Okay, so first of all, this right here is actually a hyperlink that I'm not going to click because I don't want to reveal customers' personal information, but this takes you to your current month. And it's the quickest way to track orders. So PVC, current month PVC. This is all your PVC. That's once you're a VF, you're trying to qualify. That's the next step in your business. And this is your qualifying volume. Should be at least 1,000. That comes from your distributors below you as a VF, not the other VFs, but the other distributors below you, as well as your personal customers. And then your excess, they allow you to accrue up to 1,000 excess there. And then your POB, this is for you sales coordinators and above. So once you're a sales coordinator, your next step is to get into POB. Sometimes you can do that in the same month. Sometimes it takes a little longer because it is 3,000 that you want to get to in POB, and they also allow you to accrue that in excess. So this includes all of the, when you're a sales coordinator, all the VFs and below and all of their customers and your customers. So those are your key performance indicators. The My Business and Team at a glance takes you to much more detail, which you can obviously just read and click. These are all hyperlinks that you can see in detail on your business. So that's a sort of quick glance right there. These two are also business alerts. Gives you some pertinent factors in your business that you can be aware of and be on top of, and be working with these people who are close to a promotion, and be congratulating the new distributor who entered your organization. Be working with those who are close to PB volume qualifying. Those are your VFs and above, going to that 1,000. And here's one with close to POB volume, that's the 3,000. So make sure these distributors know how close they are, and make sure you understand their goals and how hard they want to work towards those goals, and make sure their activity level reflects those different things. Now over on the top right here, there's a little X, you see that? And that also takes you back to this original page. Let's keep scrolling through here. So the customer alerts, this tells you, this is more about your team's customers, almost like a business alerts actually, because it tells you who has more than 5 customers or close to 5 customers. tells you the total number, and then it also tells you whose orders have shipped within the last month or so, which it's a good idea to contact those customers with your new distributor and welcome them into the Juice Plus family. It shows you your new personal customers. You can see them all at a glance there for the current month. And it also tells you which of your current customers has got a shipment within the next 10 days. And our policy in our team is to always call the customer before they get their second box or third box when they're getting a shipment. And this way no one ever gets a shipment that they're not ready for, because that's the most common reason people cancel their Juice Plus, is that they have a backlog. So you always want to stay on top of that. Okay, and the quick links I talked about. So this is how we manage our customers. So if you're trying to track an order, I mentioned one way already to track it, and this order analysis is another way to track it, especially if it's in a previous month, right? This is current month, but we can also select previous month from there. You can also change this bullet to choose the order date, but it's easier just to kind of keep it there. Most people have 5 to 15 customers in a month, so you can just see 5 people listed there. Actually, the order analysis covers the orders underneath your entire team. If you include your FIN number at the top here, you can also specify this to include one of your distributors. And then you have to select something here. So in most cases it's a preferred customer, and then this would show you select these 2 fields, and this would, once I run this report, it would show you a list of all the customers that have taken shipment, and you can track it. Click on the USO number and track it to see when it's expected to deliver or when it was delivered. You always want to touch base with your customer around about the time, the next day, business day after they place their order. Tell them your order is probably going to be delivered on Friday or whatever the date is, and then make sure they know how they're going to start taking their Juice Plus. If you're going to start them slowly with the child dosage of 1 capsule of each color a day for the first few days, and then build up into the basic adult dosage, or whether maybe if they're pregnant or if they're sick in some way, they may need to be taking double or triple, and how they might grow into that. So make sure that you give them some guidelines. They'll need to hear it again when their product delivers, and that's okay. Repetition is the mother of learning. So touch base with them again when they get their product, and you can track it using either this or the previous screen, which to re-mention to you was your current month PVC. If you click on this, you will see the USO numbers listed for each of the orders, and you can track it by that also. Let's see, was there something else here? Your address book. Use your address book. Make sure each time you enter a new customer, they are entered into your address book. And you can send e-cards, send emails. You can add notes in there. Perhaps you talk to them and they told you that they have a sweet tooth, or that they don't get enough sleep, or that they don't exercise, they don't drink enough water. Make notes of those things, and you can use your address book to do that, and also what exposures you've sent to them. And there's many other ways. Some people like to do that on index cards, or on paper, or on the address book V card on your iPhone or smartphone. That's fine, whatever system works for you, but definitely keep track of it, because you want to be able to say to them, oh, it's your 5-year-old's birthday today on the Children's Health Study, and congratulations, happy birthday, etc. Keep track of those things. This is a place where you can search any of your customers. You just enter one of those 2 fields, or even just the first few letters, and run the report. Okay, let's see, what else need I cover there? I think that was probably about it. Oh, this is where you can edit a customer order. First of all, you have to find the customer, so you enter just the last name or something, and run the report. And this is where you can change all of the criteria. Sometimes if it's a children's health study, you can't delay the order. You have to call distributor support. But otherwise, you can change the credit card information, the shipping address, the products that are delivering, lots and lots of things. So let's click here on my personal file, And let's talk about some of these things. So this is representative one-time orders is what they're calling it. This used to be the wholesale orders, where really you shouldn't be placing a wholesale order except for one or two things. This here is a great wholesale order to place, the soft chew sample pack, and then also the complete single serving. Place that. And really, everything else, you don't want to be placing wholesale orders until you're a sales coordinator or beyond. And if you don't understand why, just talk to your upline about that. Because you don't qualify for promo PV when you place a wholesale order. So until you're a sales coordinator, you are accruing promo PVC. This website link here takes you out to the Juice Plus Promotions site, where we will purchase, your brochures and that sort of thing. So, okay, let's go back and see what else we need to cover under personal file. Your 1099, certainly make sure that you're saving, because you're going to pay taxes on your earnings, and Juice Plus does not pay them for you. So make sure you're saving. 30% is a good guideline. This is your earnings summary, your 12-month PVC. Basically, this is your settings. Okay, what do we cover here? Juice Plus Creative is where we can be creative. Different countries, different flyers. Let's say you are in the United Kingdom or trying to design a flyer for the United Kingdom. There's a lot of guidelines here. So browse around there, be creative, and play with it. And there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here, Soundboard. This is the way that Juice Plus automates your Twitter presence. So if you have a Twitter account, or you should, just go ahead and sign up here with Edge Theory, and they will automate your Twitter. I've done this since the conference where it was announced, and it's really great. I encourage you all to do it. So My Team Data. This is a powerful, powerful tab right here. And there's a lot of information behind here. I'm just going to highlight a couple of different things here. So let's see, we can add a new representative promoter rep here. Search for all the members of your team. The former reports and the customer analysis are two big things that I want to highlight here. So former reports, this is something that, they email us some of these reports fairly frequently, but I'm going to really highlight two here, which you want to run frequently. Enter your email address at the bottom. The first one is this. So you just put a little checkbox there, and you want to check this fairly frequently. For some people, that's once a month. For some people, it's once a week. Generate that report and email it to yourself. And the next one is this one right here. The preferred customer genealogy report is really important, because you want to look for a list of all the customers in your organization and find those who are in cancel status or in decline status. And if you didn't know about that cancellation, well then, best you contact the customer and find out what happened. Why did they call Juice Plus and cancel? In most cases, you know about it because you've canceled them at their request, hopefully, if you're doing good customer service. But then there's also declines. The status D basically means their credit card isn't working. So you want to call them up and say, hey, did you get a new credit card, or did that expire? We need to re-enter that info. And you put your email address at the bottom there and hit submit, and you get that report in your mailbox. Okay, so there was something else here that I wanted to highlight. Customer analysis is a really cool way to see all of the customers that are coming into your team. You have to put a date. First of all, you have to choose something here. So I usually just choose my fin, and then put a date range in here, and just hit run report. And that shows you all the customers on not just your own distributorship, but all the team members underneath you. So that's really cool. And you want to congratulate your newer distributors for placing, their own customer order, and always encourage and welcome them. Okay, so let's see what else here. A lot of other reports I'm not going to take the time to go into. Just one more thing I wanted to highlight. This right here is a great organizational chart. I'm a very visual person, so usually we just change this down to all and hit run report, and that's going to show you on a visual level all of the team members and their structure. It's a great way to mentor them as to who needs to develop better structure. Okay, the resources page Juice Plus Creative pops up again a second time there. And Connections, I wouldn't bother going over there right now. That's not a very well updated blog. Spanish Resources, the calendar. This used to be on our homepage of the previous virtual office with all the tasks and a little overwhelming. I honestly don't use it. I use my iPhone calendar. The Compose email is quite useful. If you want to email your entire patient list or your entire team or select people from it, you can do this. These are fixed lists here. You make your lists in the address book. Let me back up one level there. So the address book over here is where you make all of your lists. So maybe you want to create a list for your T30 customers, or I'm a physical therapist, your patients who are customers, or your prospects. You can do that there and email them all at once. Always choose the blind CC option. Okay, this is an extremely rich tool here, but no, it's not actually. This is more for customers. This is what we really use for our customers. A lot of different links here of the different newsletters, so browse around, explore that. Don't take too much time though. Remember, you're not earning money when you're browsing around your virtual office. So what I thought I was looking at was over here, but we'll get to that next. Okay. I see this is getting longer than I wanted, but sorry about that. I hope it's useful. The mission-driven model we talked about at the beginner level. This is awesome. Lots of information in here and beautiful visuals, and you can check it out. The training is an extremely rich tab, although it looks very simple. There's a lot back here. So this tab right here particularly has an awesome amount of content on our team and the different forms that are really useful. Things like the 2,000 plus tracker, how we earn money, how we fast track to the different levels. These are all really valuable team building information. Here there's some great flyers behind here on how to kind of create your healthy living party flyer, and those are quite useful from that regard. The business partner program happens when you fast track to VF and then sales coordinator. It's awesome. You get a wonderful person. My lady's Kerry Sims. She's fantastic. And they really help you manage your business effectively. So that's one of the perks of getting to fast track sales coordinator. You also get free leads, basically free money from the company of people who've ordered on juiceplus.com, and you follow up with them and you give them great customer service and build a relationship. Then if you are wanting to do business with your friends in England or Italy or Australia, Canada, you can go in here and you can see a list of all the different forms in all the different countries and the contact information here for those different countries. Let's say you want to contact distributor support in Canada or something, then here's all your information that you need for that. And there's also another way to access that, by the way. Up at the top here, this is a country locator. You can switch this to the country and the language that you want. This other little tab here are the Juice Plus social media outlets. So Juice Plus and Tower Garden, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Plus, and the RSS feed. Okay, so in advance on the beginner virtual office orientation, I mentioned how to check frequently for events in your area and also the leadership conference. Really, there's a lot of training right here from the latest conference. These are little 5-minute NMD speeches. Love them. Some awesome, amazing people in here. And the breakout trainings from the last conference. So again, space it out. Don't spend hours and hours and hours looking at these materials, but do spend a little bit each day, a lot in your time planner to maybe spend 10 minutes on training for that day and the rest on prospecting if you're doing this part-time like I am. Everyone has a different bandwidth. The news tab, I don't even know what's back here. I guess not much. And I think we are done. This is a wrap, guys. Sorry that took a little longer, 20 minutes, than I wanted to or thought it would, but I hope it's helpful and would welcome your suggestions to make it better. But this is just kind of a first draft. I know a lot of people are sinking with the new virtual office if you're not comfortable with technology, but honestly, don't be afraid. You can't break it, and it's very intuitive. Just click around, get the hang of it, and it's awesome. It's going to make our business easier. Now, I see this exact same screen on my iPhone. Some people were saying that they're having difficulty with that. It could be that your browser is not updated, but with Safari on the iPhone, this presents perfectly well. So, all right, that's it. Have a good, awesome 2016, guys, and thanks for your time. I hope this was useful. This is Scott Van Niekerk, over and out.